in and of itself. And perhaps we'll take on that. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator. Bonjour, good morning, Mangwanani, to all of the participants here, to my fellow Zimbabweans, wherever they are, and to all friends of Zimbabwe throughout the world. I'm delighted to be on this panel, and would like to give a special thanks to the organizers of the Summit on Human Rights, Democracy, and Pro-Democracy Movement. I have made just a conscious choice to replace the dissident movement with the pro-democracy movement or human rights defenders for the context of Zimbabwe, due to local sensitivities when we use the word dissident. And this word evokes some painful memories of the massacres that were done in the south of Zimbabwe from 1982 to 1987, in which we lost about over 20,000 of our people from the Ndebele minority. In beginning my presentation to you today, I would like also to let you know that yesterday, April 18th, many of my compatriots Zimbabweans were celebrating with mixed emotions the 29th anniversary of our country's independence from colonial rule. A majority of Zimbabweans are beginning to see the first glimpses of hope after a long decade of general economic collapse, egregious human rights violations, abject suffering, displacement, political repression, and violence. Since the formation of the new inclusive government on the 17th of February, which is almost exactly 2 months ago, schools are slowly beginning to reopen. Health workers are slowly returning to their hospitals and clinics. Food is reappearing on the shelves. But all these things depend on access to foreign currency, a valuable but also elusive commodity for many ordinary families in towns and rural communities.